fail and learn rather than not even
If you
try
can
and
take
make
mic.
an attempt.
Huh.
So one pertinent question as lawyers, we always keep on asking ourselves is whether the law has actually caught up with the pace of technology. And the answer is no. There will always be some gaping lapses which will be in terms of the way the technology has developed and whether law in cases of a violation and also in a situation of regulation, whether it is in a position to deal with issues which the technology poses. And as a lawyer, and especially when I'm focusing on issues of copyright violations, trade secret issues, data and other matters of legal nature. Now, one thing which is I'm 100% confident today is that in so far as the substantive law is concerned in India, we are pretty much certain that we have the entire superstructure to deal with these lapses. But the problem which I normally face as a litigator is that when it comes to the actual issue of enforcement, whether the court system and the other legal infrastructure is sufficient to deal with these cases or not. Sir has indicated very rightly that there's an issue of penalty versus other aspect of damages. But the fact remains that if a person whose data is being violated is not getting the compensation at the end of the entire game, then is that an effective method to deal with such an enforcement scenario? Second is, I am not only looking at the data which is of a personal nature as a litigator, because one violation will have two sets of data which is being violated. One is a personal identifiable data, and second is a proprietary data. Proprietary data is a large, vast sum of data which is encompassing issues of trade secret violations, copyright issues, and other IPR cases. How are we dealing with those situations? Whether the Copyright Act is sufficient enough to deal with these aspects or not? Whether the IT Act per se, what are the defenses which the counterparty will take? Whether there are issues of fair dealing, but there is a research matter which is being given, or safe harbor provision being allocated to them. So these are the fundamental practical issues. I'll be more, happily looking at how the situation unfolds when obviously the draft rules have now come out. Let's understand what the DPO eventually has to do with these situations of violations.